Archangel Michael, 2025, the year of the angels, the heart song of the angels and manifesting new earth. Welcome to 2025, beloved souls. This year will be the year of the angels, in which you will come into closer alignment with your angelic families, and also explore the power and beauty of your inner human angelic template. In the second half of 2024 you made huge leaps in consciousness, releasing the old and soaring upwards on the spirals of transformation to a level that we call angelic consciousness. This is a very fine and beautiful consciousness that celebrates love, creation, and beauty. It is what we call the heart song of the angels. In 2025 you will become one with this frequency of joy and miracles. The heart song of the angels. As we have said, the heart song is a frequency that you can hold and transmit from your own high heart chakra that is situated at the thymus gland, above the heart. Its light code colors are pale blue and gold, and its sound codes are angelic music. Its dream codes are soft winds moving through fields of flower in the morning sunlight. Its energy is miracles and manifestation. This frequency, from the Elohim angels, creates the new earth and transforms the old by activating the frequency of growth and beauty in nature. If you hold this frequency in your heart and in your being, you will become a channel for the energy of renewal on earth wherever you go, and wherever you are, that frequency will be activated. You will be the change, you will be the renewal, and the rebirth, you will be the wind in the field of flowers. Angelic Soul Connections. As you move into the heart song frequency, your heart will call to others of similar frequency to create and celebrate in joy. You will be drawn to those of your own angelic families, and in doing so you will feel the initiation of new soul and group missions for the new earth. Your galactic and solar energies may be refocused into the new angelic light codes that predominate in 2025. These will be diamond and opalescent light codes that shimmer with pure angelic light. And you will experience a renewed sense of who you are, and your connection to your higher angelic powers of manifestation and miracle creation, on the spirals of light. Angelic Soul Reunions. Also part of the angelic frequency in 2025 will be the Angelic Soul Reunions. These are close and loving partnerships of souls brought together to facilitate the unfolding and manifestation of the new earth. They will be souls who have been drawn together because their love is multidimensional and is able to move through time and space and to embody the angelic heart song frequency. To be able to come together successfully, they will need to be able to also hold the powerful forces of love and creation within their union, and direct these energies into new creations for the new earth. The heart is the still point. With all these powerful forces on the move in 2025, the heart remains the still point, and the balancing point of peace and love, on the spiral path of transformation and creation. The path of the pure heart, as taught by Yeshua and Mary Magdalene, remains the template for holding and flowing both the galactic and angelic frequencies, from the golden light of the Christ consciousness to the diamond and opalescent frequencies of the angelic consciousness. The divine feminine and the divine masculine pathways will provide the container or grail chalice for holding these powerful energies within your heart and within your life. I am the love, I am the joy. I am the gold and diamond chalice of pure love. The light of creation shines through me. The new earth awakens. We are the love that shines in all things, flowers of heaven in a field of stars. Have a wonderful year in 2025, beloved souls. The divine template for our 5D solar path. Happy New Year, precious heart. Through the unified efforts of awakening humanity, and the company of heaven, we have God victoriously completed the most intensified purging process ever attempted on Mother Earth. The beings of light have assured us that there are no longer matrices or foundational structures vibrating at the discordant frequency necessary to sustain the obsolete paradigms of separation and duality that we have now successfully dismantled. This means that even though there are people who are still desperately trying to maintain their power and the ability to oppress, manipulate, and control the masses of humanity, there are no longer matrices in place that will sustain their nefarious efforts, and they are destined to fail. During the first 5 years of this life-transforming decade, 2020 to 2030, lightworkers around the world working in collaboration with the Company of Heaven orchestrated literally millions of activities of light that successfully dismantled the shackles of limitation and the shadows that have enshrouded the souls of humanity for eons of time. Now, as a result of that God-victorious accomplishment, our Father Mother God have confirmed that during the second half of this decade Mother Earth's ascension process will be greatly accelerated. Humanity, the elemental kingdom and Mother Earth will now proceed unimpeded by the forces of imbalance that have blocked us for millennia. When we observe the negative things still surfacing in the outer world, it is very easy for us to doubt this positive information that is being shared by the Company of Heaven. That is, because we think of the physical plane of Earth as being our most important, and often our only reality. What the beings of light want us to remember is that we are multi-dimensional sons and daughters of God, and we simultaneously abide in several dimensions. The wondrous things humanity is co-creating through our light work must first manifest in the realms of cause, where everything begins. Then, in alignment with universal law, in order for the patterns of perfection we have co-created in the realms of cause to be drawn through the various dimensions into the physical plane of Earth, the sons and daughters of God must magnetize these patterns of perfection through our heart flames into the world of form on our holy breath. This is accomplished as we focus our attention on the light and express the heart-based patterns we have co-created through our thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. The reason it seems to take so long for things to physically manifest is because the physical plane of Earth is the very last dimension to reflect the changes we are co-creating, and it is the most distorted and the least real dimension we abide in. As a word of encouragement, what the beings of light want us to fully comprehend now is that once something is co-created in the realms of cause, nothing can prevent it from eventually manifesting on Earth. The only variable is how long it will take, and that is up to you, and me, and the rest of awakening humanity. Even if you are unaware of the magnitude of what your light and love are contributing to Mother Earth's ascension process, our Father Mother God want you to know that you are an essential part of this unfolding divine plan. Every prayer, every meditation, every loving thought, feeling, word, or action you express for any part of life on Earth is woven into humanity's collective cup of consciousness, which is now in the process of reaching a critical mass of our Mother God's comprehensive divine love. What might seem to us like humble efforts are in truth accelerating this process in monumental ways. Today, as we birth the new year 2025, the legions of light belonging to, or serving the Earth, at this time, both those in and out of embodiment, are being called to once again empower the initial impulse of the patterns of perfection, for the fifth-dimensional crystalline solar New Earth. These patterns are now pulsating in the realms of cause, in all of their resplendent glory. If you have the heart call to participate, please breathe in deeply and go within to the divinity of your heart flame. Listen carefully to these words, which are stated in the first person so that we will each experience them personally. Simultaneously know, however, that we are invoking these patterns through the I Am presence of every person on Earth, in perfect alignment with each own's divine plan and the highest good for all concerned. And we begin. I am greatly accelerating the divine template for my new fifth-dimensional solar life path. With the divine intervention of my I Am presence, the collective I Am presence of all humanity, and the beings of light, from the realms of cause, I now accelerate to brand new multidimensional and multifaceted frequencies of divine light, the crystalline solar patterns of perfection, that will form the divine template for my fifth-dimensional crystalline solar life path. Now, on my holy breath I decree. I am a beloved child of God, and I am expressing my full divine potential as a loving and heart-based being of light, with every breath I take. As I sojourn through my earthly experiences, I am enveloped in the protection of my Father God's invincible power and my Mother God's comprehensive divine love. With every breath I am manifesting through accelerated divine alchemy my vibrantly healthy and eternally youthful fifth-dimensional crystalline physical, etheric, mental, and emotional solar light bodies. My Mother God's divine love perpetually flows through my heart flame, blessing all life on earth, and magnetizing wonderful loving relationships into every area of my existence. I am now reaching my highest divine potential in all of my relationships, as a daughter or son, a woman or man, a wife or husband, a mother or father, a grandmother or grandfather, as a relative, a friend, a co-worker, a teacher, a way shower, a steward of this planet, a light worker, and a co-creator of heaven on earth. I am joyfully fulfilling my divine purpose and reason for being, and I am financially and creatively rewarded. Every day I am open and receptive, as I receive the infinite flow of God's abundance. I easily communicate openly and honestly with everyone, and I am a compassionate and thoughtful listener. My I Am presence guides me unerringly throughout the day. I intuitively receive information and viable solutions to the various situations surfacing in my life. I am able to easily and effectively implement these solutions in practical and tangible ways. I am consciously aware that I am a multidimensional being of light, and that I abide simultaneously in both the pure land of boundless splendor and infinite light, in the heavenly realms and in the physical world of form on planet Earth. From this moment forth, with every holy breath I take, I am the open door for the light of God, and the fifth-dimensional crystalline solar patterns of perfection I have breathed forth this day from the realms of cause. Now, I know and accept that through the unified efforts of heaven and earth this sacred and holy day, on my holy breath I have God victoriously magnetized from the realms of cause the tangible manifestation of the divine template for my new life path, and the fifth-dimensional crystalline solar frequencies of God's infinite perfection which will form the crystalline solar new earth. With deep humility and gratitude I decree, it is done, and so it is. Beloved I am, beloved I am, beloved I am that I am. God bless you, Patricia Cota Robles. Era of Peace. Ashtar Command, the End of Religions. Greetings from the Command. Throughout the ages, means by which it was believed to establish connections with the divine have been formed and spread across all cultures and peoples. We do not wish for you to see this as something evil, but it is evidently important that you consider the infiltrations and intentions behind religions that have spread over the years. Many dominant entities saw it as an opportunity for control. No great avatar who descended into the physicality of Earth had any intention of controlling or amassing people around their existence and teachings, much less claiming these people as their own, or as holders of an absolute truth. This was never the case. Everyone on Earth has total freedom to hold independent opinions, but this does not imply they are the truth. Religions have naturally formed around teachings, and one cannot deny that the hidden power that has dominated Earth for so many generations knew this was a means by which they could appropriate people's free will and faith to manipulate, direct, and impose conditions not in tune with the truth of the highest Creator. It is clear that inciting fear through the doctrine of hell would force people to do what the God created by man desired. Anyone with the slightest balanced and lucid reasoning knows that it makes no sense for a God of love to send his creation to eternal damnation if they do not do his will. The Supreme Creator endowed all with consciousness, which calls everyone to reason through and for love, but never pushes souls into the abyss as punishment, when the abyss itself is a creation of the disharmony of the mind. The ecclesiastical leaders, at the beginning, were heavily bombarded by entities from outside Earth to create a doctrine based on fear and hell, distorting the teachings of the Avatar Christ. Christ himself taught the need to trust in inner truth rather than amassing around oneself stones and bricks. While it is not inherently wrong or bad to go to a temple or church, it is important that your faith, above all, is sustained within yourself and in your own inner convictions aligned with your divine higher bodies. And going to a temple or church should be to nourish even more that faith that exists within you, not because you believe that only by being there, externally to yourself, you will find salvation, or anything like that. The divine forces assist all religions on Earth, and provide help to all their followers. When someone goes to a church, temple, or various spiritual doctrine centers, the spiritual angels who assist humanity collaborate and manifest themselves, often during the inherent rituals in these places, and of course, people's faith allows this manifestation. Even though the dark side may infiltrate through those called priests and leaders, God's love never abandons anyone in His creation, and the light, sustained by so many followers of these doctrines, ensures the maintenance of true spirituality in these environments. Therefore, we do not wish for you to see these means of connection as bad, quite the contrary, they are sources of interconnection with the divine. We want you to know that, just as these are means for connecting with the divine, they can also be means by which manipulation often occurs, and not surprisingly, many souls have been trapped in the doctrines they received, leaving them without a real connection. At the very least, understand that if you are in one of these environments, ask yourself, does this make me feel free, good, happy, and at peace? Does it make me a better, more worthy person? And most importantly, does it make me love and respect my brothers and sisters unconditionally, without judgment? These are the essential questions that need to be answered in your heart when you question if you are in the right place. The pillars of all religions will collapse generally, inevitably, with our arrival. The pillars of all religions will collapse, as all of them, in some way, have been prevented from speaking more freely about us. These impediments have always occurred subtly, and often almost imperceptibly. Our presence will destroy the belief base rooted in containment pillars when your mind and knowledge cannot expand beyond that space, and it will show a new cosmic horizon, and finally, the walls and bricks will no longer be able to confine you with limited information, but will be forced to look beyond the windows, and finally perceive that there has always been much more out there. Clearly, many people will be resistant to abandoning the beliefs they have always held about life and the universe, especially when they learn they were the only form of life in this entire system. This is understandable to us, and we do not wish to cause any mental trauma, considering how challenging their current condition already is, particularly when they have been subjected to brainwashing indoctrination, as in many cases. However, we must also state that the truth that they have never been alone in their universe needs to be explicitly stated and evident, because the closure imposed by the darkness must come to an end. All those who have been brainwashed will receive more than special attention to restore their cosmic clarity and finally be able to think for themselves. We want you to know that the only religion is love, and all the avatars who have been among you on earth were unanimous in this regard. They never created division, as is seen today in many religions. They never set their followers against each other, as is often seen today. They never exalted themselves above others, diminishing their achievements, nor did they say that what they taught was better or superior, just that love was the way. Love one another was always the key word of the masters, and distortion occurs when unbalanced minds invite unbalanced entities. Connection with God. We do not want you to understand the end of religions as the end of the connection with God, rather, quite the opposite. We want you to understand that, inevitably, you will perceive that unity with God is beyond this, beyond religions, and our presence. God is, and always should be, the source that unites everything, regardless of culture, race, or creed. The end of religions, in fact, is the beginning of true unity with God, when finally all cultures, races, and creeds will be unified in universal fraternal love without distinction, or any religious, cultural, racial, or belief-based prejudice. It's important to understand that in no way will you lose your personality or personal identity, but rather you will finally be able to be yourselves, believing and holding as truth the internal foundation of your souls, no longer being subjects of external manipulation. The belief in God will change, because you will finally stop believing in God, and start being God in unification. This is an official message from the Ashtar command. We do not want to create a doctrine, or for people to gather around it and form a new religion, quite the opposite. We wish for you to understand that you and God are one, and the way we communicate today will become very common in the future, for telepathy will become very natural. and is the universal, unfiltered form of communication when love connects all races of Earth and the cosmic space. We are the Ashtar Command, and we have been very active lately. Adonis. Source: arrayofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.